Okay, here we are. Today we're going to take a little tour of Whitemarsh Township. We're here in front of the municipal building. We're going to take a look at some of the public spaces, the shopping opportunities, talk about transportation, we'll talk about schools, we'll talk about taxes, we'll talk about restaurants, we'll take a look at 3 interesting houses, and the last house we're going to look at, I'm going to show you with $3 million will buy you here in Whitemarsh Township. And if you stick with me to the end, I'll buy you lunch. The best roast beef sandwich you've ever had in your life. If you're thinking about moving in the suburbs, to the suburbs, around the suburbs, whether it's 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months from now, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. My team and I are ready to help you make a smooth move to the Philly suburbs. Certainly a beautiful day here in Whitemarsh. The mackerel sky, blue as can be, dry, nice breeze. This house right here is currently listed at $620,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath. Taxes are $4,800 a year. It's approximately 1,800 square feet. I notice it's only been on the market a short period of time and they've lowered the price. So I think they're reaching a little bit at $620, but probably not too far off, maybe 5%. It's the kind of house that if you're interested, you could negotiate. The library is only a couple blocks away, and the elementary school is just beyond the library on this side of the street. You can walk the kids to school in the morning in the good weather. Here we are at Koontz Park in Whitemarsh Township. In the background here, you can see the community greenhouse surrounded by volunteers. A nice opportunity to try your green thumb out. Picnic tables, nice place to walk the dog. Basketball court gets used a lot and also doubles as pickleball. There's a big sign with the rules over there. You have to bring your own pickleball equipment. But if you're going to play basketball, you got to bring your own ball too. The white building in the background here is the Parks and Rec offices. It also has a large meeting room, community groups, pretty much related to recreational activities tend to meet there. The Little League, the Soccer League organizers, those kinds of things happen there. Okay, we're here at the Plymouth meeting, or the Friends meeting, or the Quaker meeting, however you want to call it. This meeting was established in the late 17th century. The meeting's still active. We're actually in Plymouth Township, but across the street is Whitemarsh, and that's what we're here to talk about. Whitemarsh was originally approximately 9 villages. This village right here, called Plymouth Meeting, was one of the main ones. Right across this road, we're not going to walk over there because it takes your life in your hands across this corner. This is Germantown Pike. We're going to take a look at the Abolition Hall, which was a fellow had a farmhouse there, and he built a large second-story addition hall merely for the purpose of holding abolition meetings. Fairly interesting, part of the history of Whitemarsh Township. This is the Abolition Hall. The second story was the addition that was placed on the guy's farmhouse back in 18th century, merely for meetings. These are some of the farmhouses that are right on Germantown Avenue. Okay, we're going to take a look at another house here in Whitemarsh Township. This is Lafayette Hill. This is a nice, quiet neighborhood of mid-century modern type houses. Things don't come on the market very often. As you see, it's a cul-de-sac. Obviously, no through traffic. This house that we're going to look at right now, it was built as a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath house with a walkout basement. They put a called mother-in-law suite in the basement, so there's a full kitchen. There's a fireplace down there, and of course there's a garage underneath there also. So it's about 2,000 square feet. The taxes are approximately $5,500 a year. This is the house right here behind us. They have a swimming pool. They have a couple resident deer. There's a lot of deer in this neighborhood. Squirrels, deer, a lot of nice wildlife, real quiet. Foxes, woodchucks, some nice birds, some really nice trees. This house actually is not on the market. It just closed 2 days ago at $652,000. And honestly, I think somebody got a very good price. based on the comps in this neighborhood, I think it should have gone for more like 675. So right down here is Hart's Lane, takes you to Barron Hill Road, straight down to Conshohocken to the trains, or right up here to Ridge Avenue. Across the way is what they call the Reserve, and it's a Hovnanian development of much larger houses. They're all in the $1 million plus range. Just give you an idea of what's available here in Whitemarsh. Here we are at the Highlands Mansion. That's it right up there. We're here at the Highlands Mansion. One of the beautiful things about Whitemarsh is their dedication to preserving open space. They've been doing that as a township since over 20 years. This house was built in 1796. It was destined to be a subdivision. They were going to bulldoze the house, and this was all going to be houses. And the people in Whitemarsh at the time said that there was too much historical value and they wanted to save it. It's a beautiful Georgian structure, and it's a nice fall day. Look at that beautiful tree. Let's walk around to the front here. Well, true Georgian architecture, as you can see, the symmetry was the key to everything architecturally. There's plenty of people know way more about it than I do, so I'm not going to give you an architecture lesson. But I see the Greek influence, the classical influence. It's a beautiful day. There's the barn. We have a little herd of goats down there I saw. Great place to get outdoors. We're now at the northern edge of Whitemarsh, north of Route 73, the Skippack Pike. So it's quickly accessible. I'd say it's about a 6-minute drive from Germantown Avenue. This is the Erdenheim farm. It's perpetually preserved farm. Over 100 years ago, it was a horse racing stable, but today it's preserved land for, they raise cattle and sheep. From time to time, they'll have meat for sale, both fresh and frozen. More open space, although this is private, not owned by the municipality. This is St. Peter's Church. They call this Barron Hill. This is a 1901 church. The original church was built in the 1750s. It was probably a log structure. And right here, General Lafayette with 2,000 colonial troops and a few hundred Native American Indians battled the British, literally here in the churchyard. The British had the upper hand. That happened May 20th, 1778. And Lafayette, they were able to sneak down this way, down to Madson's Ford. He was able to save his command. A number of the first people were killed in that battle. Now, they called it Barron Hill. You know, you look around, it's all trees today, but in those days, there were no trees. They were all cut down for firewood and heat, cooking. If you read the history of Philadelphia, you find out what stopped the development of Philadelphia in the early 1800s was the lack of firewood. And that's why Pennsylvania developed coal, and that's what allowed this whole region to develop. Without the coal, none of us would be here. Today, of course, people have different opinions about coal, but it's what made Pennsylvania. Behind these berms to the right is the oldest continuously operating quarry in the country. They're digging up a lot of rock for pavement, that kind of thing. That's why they brought the railroads out here in the 1850s. Another quiet, beautiful neighborhood. There's the neighbors. You can hear the commuter train. So in Whitemarsh Township, this is what $2,999,000 gets you. Oh, beautiful fountain. It's a 6-bedroom, 6-bathroom, 2 powder rooms, 8,000 square feet, 10 acres, swimming pool. And over here, there's a separate house, 1,900 square feet. I don't know if your mother-in-law would put up with it, but maybe the nanny, your college-age kids. Taxes are $37,000, but you know what? I think at $3 million, I don't know what the right price is. We'd have to really scratch pencil on paper to figure that out. But if you compare this to, say, on the other side of the river in Gladwin or any of those lower Marion School District places or Haverford, this may actually be a screaming bargain for the right person, of course. So if you're a basketball player or a member of the Philadelphia Eagles, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. We can take a look at this house, maybe put something together for you. I just wanted to show you some of the shopping. We're directly across the street from the municipal building. A number of small restaurants. Right here we have the market. Hopefully it's not too glary. We'll walk up here. The market, which is our local here in Whitemarsh, independent, has everything you need. Butcher shop, fish counter, bakery, even beer and wine, which, as you know, in Pennsylvania is a new thing. This place here is real popular. Knishes and dishes. It's a deli, good place for breakfast. Pretty typical of the kind of thing that's available here in Whitemarsh. Pharmacy, hibachi. All right, I told you if you stuck with me to the end, I'd take you to lunch. Here we are, the Old Ale House. This place has been here since the 1940s, family owned. Best roast beef in the world. You're gonna love it. Across the street, strip mall, the Wawa, which everybody knows is around Philadelphia, is a must-have. And over there is the big municipal park, the ball fields. A lot of community events happen over there also. There it is, roast beef, french fries, coleslaw. Looking good. I hope you enjoy it. Well, I hope you like that as much as I did. I hope you've enjoyed your trip around Whitemarsh with me. So remember, if you're thinking about moving around the suburbs, to the suburbs, out of the suburbs, I don't care if it's 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months from now, give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email, because we're here to help you make a smooth move from the Philly suburbs.